Hello everyone, Opera SM here with another video. This is an experimental deck I'm using for the top node of the Seize the Day event. A reminder, this new event has deck building restrictions of core set block constructed. You get Origins, M19, M20, and then the new Odyssey set. So I'm adapting a cool shell that Madrin had earlier. I think I made a video of it, and I wanted to play around with Elvish Rejuvenator, which is whenever this creature enters the battlefield, fetch the next land in your library. It gains 3 mana. So I want to make sure that I can hit 3 supports. I believe, let's double check, but I believe this, yes, so for the top node you need to cast 3 supports and then cast 3 creatures with cost 10 or less. So our Elvish Rejuvenator costs 10 or less, and it can fetch a land. Since we don't have Golos or Prime Time or anything like that, wanted to try a different little lower to the ground version of this. It's also using his great shell of Thunderkin Awakener, 3/4 haste for 10, that at the beginning of your turn, return the first elemental with toughness less than this creature's from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. That creature gains haste and destroy the creature until end of turn, along with Ball Lightning, which can be fetched up by Sarkhan's ultimate ability, but since it has 6 power or more, and this can deal with hitting opponents really hard, be a good win condition, and it already dies anyway, so it's not a drawback from Thunderkin. So I also have Summoner's Pact in here. It's just a great way to fetch up some of our creatures. We lose some life equal to the power and toughness. I also threw in Icon of Ancestry. It costs 11. Well, this supports on the board if you have 3 or more creatures that share a type in your deck. It gets +2/+2. If I'm not mistaken, though, I think this thing is bugged, so it basically always buffs up your creatures. But I tried it for the Activate 3 of fetch the first creature from your library. Seemed like some cool value if we're going to Rupture Spire to be able to fetch creatures too, so give it a try. Madrin used Colossal Hammer in his deck. I wanted 3 support, so I'm giving this a try. It looks like a lot of fun. So we're going to make our guys giant to be able to swing with this hammer, so looking forward to giving this a try. Our Rupture Spire and Scape Shift combo, so we can destroy all the gems of our colors, our 3 colors in the Teamer Wedge, and then actually Teamer Shard. Wedge? Shard. Wedge, because it's Shards of Alara, and wedges are ones that have 2 allied and opposite into the color pie. Sorry, got to make sure I get this right for all of our flavor lore people. I don't want to get in trouble by Jay or other folks for using the wrong term. So let's see. So yeah, Rupture Spire, which we're still going to want to do to try to do a lot of conversion here. We have Gather the Pack as well to get some more creatures into our graveyard and into our hand. I want to make sure that we can get a sorry, words are not coming to me very well today, that we can get a Ball Lightning in the graveyard so we can keep recycling it with the Thunderkin. And then Blue Sun Zenith, because it's in our colors and we can cast most things off of it as well. So I've not even tried this deck. I would not recommend doing this at home. Test and training grounds before you do it, but I just want to have fun, and I'm almost up to max charges, so we're going to give this guy a try, see how this works. And with this top node, it's got this whole Atog thing, where you get to choose an Atog support to help you throughout the match. And some folks figured out a pretty cool Easter egg that if you start to get up to 10 or 15 charges or loyalty or something, you can get a special Atog thing that pops up. So that's a super cool Easter egg they made. I like that a lot. Okay, so we've got a green match 5 I saw as we were coming up here, so let's take a look at what all these guys do. Lithatog. While it's on the board, your first creature gets +X/+X and trample. That's the support shield. I love the art of Atogs too. They're just so fun. So these are all resilient, which is great. When a support card you own with the artifact subtype is destroyed, the support gains 2 shield. When a support card you own with the land subtype is destroyed, gains 2 shield. Doesn't seem the best, but let's see. Phantatog. When a support you own with the enchantment subtype is destroyed, gains 2 shields. When you exile a card from your hand, if it had 4 more mana, move that card to the graveyard instead, then it gains 2 shields. I think that ability might be a little more relevant. So, but let's see. Thaumatog. When an enchantment support is destroyed, gain 2 shields. When a support with a land subtype destroyed, 2 shields. And Psychotog, which is probably the one we'll use. Exile a card from your hand if it had 4 or more mana, move it, and then exile a card from your hand. Exile the first 2 cards from your graveyard, or end of turn, exile the first 2 cards from your graveyard. Then this support gains 2 shields. I don't know if we actually want to exile stuff from our graveyard, because then we might exile our creature that we can get back, but that seems like the best one, so that or Fantatog. So let's see, Fantatog. Whatever, we're going to try Dr. Teeth, because he's the best in constructed, so we're just going to do it here. That might be a little unsynergistic, but we'll play around with it. Alright, so let's see. We've got a green match that we can do, so I'll probably do that and then try to go into a Blue Sun Zenith after that. So let's just take that for now, see what happens. Alright, got some good cascades here. Not going to do the Blue Sun Zenith yet because I get to cast another card. And then we should Zenith into hopefully some good stuff to play. So let's see what we can do here. We can get a white match. We can get loyalty into black and white, which is pretty good. That's probably what we're going to do. Sure, why not? Let's just do that. All right. Great, another creature. Another Rupture Spire. Great. So this is doing what the deck wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure we had ways that we could cast enough supports and creatures. So we'll keep playing around with this, see what it does. When our guy's getting big from this Psychotog thing too, so that's pretty cool. Great, we've got that in our graveyard, so we're going to be bringing that back every turn, so that's pretty cool. Great, we got a match 5 that Greg left us. How wonderful. Wow, our guys are getting big. Let's see how this Fantatog thing, or Psychotog thing worked again. Well, on the board, your first creature gets +X/+X, gains Death Touch till end of turn. So trying to figure out, oh yeah, our guy grew. Ball Lightning grew because we have Icon of Ancestry into play. So that's awesome. So great, so we already have on our second turn, we already have all the objectives met. So we just want to beat the opponent's face in. So we're going to go ahead and fetch 3 copies of Ball Lightning and take our opponent to Browntown. All right, let's see. We can also fetch more creatures using that ability, which is wonderful. So let's see. So trying to see what the best match is here. It's probably not going to matter too much, and I shouldn't just take forever. We can get a black. We can get whites maybe into blacks or more whites. We might do that because we're taking white away from our opponent as well and getting another black here and getting some loyalty, so this is going very well. All right, you swing the crap out of it, Ball Lightning. Yeah, turn 2 win. I like this. All right, well, this deck turned out pretty cool. It's fun to work on theory. I should have probably tested it a little more before, but yeah, this seems to make sure we get supports out and it gets creatures out pretty fast. So that's pretty cool. Feel free to give this deck a try if you have any ideas. I was also thinking Dryad Greenseeker, maybe some other stuff as well for this deck. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this and hope you're enjoying this event. Feel free, if you're interested, from the ashes pq@gmail.com or goblinpile@gmail.com to get invited to our Slack if you want to discuss some things. We'd love to see you post some deck lists that you're enjoying using on this event. All right, take care, everyone.